A fairly common problem of gym visitors is a lack in built-in muscle mass of a particular muscle group. Many bodybuilders devote a lot of time to pumping their hands, but the problem does not go away. Embossed biceps remain a dream. In this video, we will tell you why the muscles of the arms do not grow, how to pump them up, and show effective exercises. So watch this video to the end, it will be interesting and useful. Friends, before we begin, we ask you to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell. Biceps and triceps are some of the most prominent muscles in the upper body. Most beginners in the gym first of all want to pump up their arms and think that continuous training for this muscle group every day is the best way to achieve the goal. Unfortunately, there are many common mistakes that can lead to the fact that the muscles of the arms do not grow in volume. Even professional athletes sooner or later hit the ceiling in building muscle mass. So what reasons can prevent the acquisition of the desired shape? First, genetic predisposition. Unfortunately, there is no escaping the fact that genetics play a crucial role in the structure of every person's muscles. In fact, biceps are a very small group of muscles, the main function of which is to raise and lower the forearm. The point at which the biceps muscles turn into tendons has a great influence on its growth potential. If in some this tendon has a short length, then in others it may be long enough, which directly affects the shape of this area, since the tendon does not change in size. That is, if you have a short tendons, then the muscles of your biceps are long. However, if you have long tendons, then your biceps muscles are short. But the long and short biceps muscle can be increased in volume. But visually, a long pumped biceps muscle will look more massive. A person with long tendons can show good results in building muscle mass, but this path will be longer. In this case, it is necessary to pay attention to triceps training, which is also responsible for the visual volume of the arm muscles. Second, overtraining. Having set out to pump up their arms, many athletes fanatically pay attention in the gym only to these muscles. Often, this approach leads to the effect of overtraining and injury. No matter how many times a week you go to the gym, you will not see results if you do not balance your workouts with proper rest and nutrition. In fact, muscle growth itself occurs precisely during the recovery period between workouts and not during the workout itself. And the visible effect in the training process, the so-called pumping, is due to the fact that when exposed to the muscle, its blood supply increases, and the instant visible effect is nothing more than swelling of the treated area. In addition, biceps and triceps participate in many general exercises, and by the time of local pumping of the arms, biceps simply do not have time to recover. Tired muscles always do not work to the maximum. The amplitude decreases and the technique of performing the exercise worsens, which also interferes with the harmonious development of the muscles. The best option to avoid overloading your hands is to divide your workouts into muscle groups. That is, in your training plan, there should be days dedicated only to strengthening the biceps, triceps, and shoulders. Such trainings should be performed no more than twice a week with a minimum break of 42 hours. The third, round technique. Firstly, the desire to pump up your arms quickly leads to premature training with large weights. Unprepared arm muscles cannot allow you to perform an exercise with maximum weight in isolation by connecting the whole body to work. It turns out that by training with maximum weight, on the contrary, you remove the load from your hands and allow the stronger muscles of your back and legs to get involved in the work, which is why the load from your hands decreases. Secondly, such nuances as the correct grip of the barbell, the correct rhythm of the exercise, and the angles of flexion and extension help in the local work of exactly those muscles that you are trying to increase. The lack of variety of exercises can also be attributed to this problem. Each exercise, due to the differences in the angles of the directions for flexion or extension, has a different effect, connecting both small and large muscles to work. Do not forget about the basic exercises, pull-ups and push-ups. They should be present in the training process on an ongoing basis, as general strengthening exercises. Friends, before we continue, we ask you to like and write a comment under the video. Fourth, proper nutrition. Nutrition aimed at increasing muscle mass always differs from the usual diet with a high content of muscle-building material, protein. A high-protein diet should correspond to certain proportions. The amount of protein consumed per day should vary from 2 to 3 grams of protein per 1 kilogram of athlete's body weight. The protein source also plays an important role. Protein from different foods is digested in different ways. The reference product in terms of protein composition and digestibility is egg white. Meat and fish are also an excellent source of protein, but with intensive training, fish is preferable since it is absorbed faster and does not overload the gastrointestinal tract. For a change, include dairy products in the diet, cottage cheese, as well as nuts, legumes, and specialized sports products containing protein. Contrary to superstitions about carbohydrates, they are necessary for building new muscle fibers. Glycogen is a form of glucose storage. If there is a shortage of this substance during high-intensity training, muscle burning occurs instead of its growth. Replenish the supply of this substance to achieve the desired result with the right products: oatmeal, whole grain bread, quinoa, legumes, fruits, and dried fruits. Fifth, don't chase big weights. Do not think that biceps will grow only from the fact that you load the barbell to the maximum and you will scream heart-wrenchingly during the ascent. Instead of trying to set a new record in each rep, it's better to load the barbell for calm 12-15 reps. Each repetition burns testosterone, so if you overdo it, then emptying the reserves of the main substance that your body uses to gain muscle mass. 6. Take your time. For the best result, you should do biceps exercises no more than 20-30 minutes a week. Otherwise, you risk damaging the tissues of the still recovering muscles. Remember that other exercises, such as bench press and deadlift, also involve the biceps muscles to one degree or another, but do not fully load them. 8th, do your biceps exercises while sitting. At first glance, it seems that if the exercise is performed sitting, the return from it is less than from the standing version. For the number of weights on the bar by sitting on the bench will definitely have to be reduced. In most cases, this is true, but it's also true that by bending the arms with the barbell while standing, we engage a number of other muscles, from the lower back to the legs. Some people turn lifting the barbell on the biceps into a full-body weightlifting exercise. It looks cool, but it's useless. In other words, sitting on a bench and pumping biceps with barbell or dumbbells, we make the load more pure and accentuated, directing it exactly to the biceps muscle, that is biceps. Friends, how many times a week do you pump up your biceps? Write an answer in the comments. If this video was useful for you, then please like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.